on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground.
A 9-year-old girl is found dead in a Florida home, her injuries revealing a level of severe harm no one expected. Here, her father, Jamal Sessions, who collapsed when learning the truth but is now under intense scrutiny. So, what happened inside that house, and what did parents realize only when it was already too late?
Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Lay down.
So, this Florida dad just drops to the ground when he hears what happened to his daughter, but when the deputies step in with cuffs, he's surprisingly calm, no struggle at all.
Hey, put your hands behind your back.
Okay, can you do it? Because I don't want to.
Yes, sir. Go ahead. Go ahead. We're going to work together.
And that's when everything shifts to 9-year-old Jamal Sessions, the heart of this whole investigation. The video being reviewed suggests there may be more to what happened than what was initially understood. In later statements, a Lake County spokesperson said they had never seen anything so extreme, calling it the worst aggravated child case they had experienced, and used the word brutal to describe what the footage revealed. At the time, Jamaria was living in a home in Lake County, Florida. She was found last June, and, the injuries were just way worse than anyone expected. Bruises, burns, abrasions, even stuff connected to the dog. Investigators in the meantime had obtained over 2,800 home security video clips from cameras inside and outside the residence, documenting what was happening in the home before Jamaria passed away. What those recordings revealed was described as horrifying and revolting. According to detectives, the footage shows Title Martin, the father's girlfriend, physically harming Rhea and ordering the family's Rottweiler to act aggressively toward the child 2 days before her pass. The following day, deputies in neighboring Orange County put together a plan to arrest Sessions at his apartment complex.
Where's Henry?
I don't know.
All right, he's looking at me, walking right towards me.
Oh, he's coming right now.
Okay, whenever you guys are ready to put it in motion.
Let's do it.
He's on Henry right now.
That truck is in the way.
Yeah, I see it. All right, he's looking at me, walking right towards me.
Okay, whenever you guys are ready to put it in motion. Nick, roll down it. And K9, you can start floating in. Copy at the south entrance.
Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Lay down.
Come on, they're taking me to jail, Mom.
He's compliant.
Get to him before he gets to Henry. Stay down there.
Hey, put your hands behind your back.
Okay, can you do it? Because I don't want to.
Yes, sir. Go ahead. Go ahead. We're going to work together. Put your other hand behind your back.
Put your hands. No, the other way. Put them inward.
Like you're praying. Like you're praying. There you go.
Yeah, so it doesn't hurt.
All right, man. We're going to roll you up. So go ahead and roll towards your left side. No, you said, okay, your other side. Yep, this side.
This one's burning. All right, ready? Yep. Sit up. All right. It's right there. That phone, yeah.
Yes,
get
sir.
It, yeah, please, because I don't. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Thank you.
Deputies note that when they approached Sessions, he was already on a phone call with his mother. The female officer who had taken the phone identifies herself from the Orange County Sheriff's Office and tells his mother that he has been arrested on a warrant.
Hey, this is Agent Muller with the Orange County Sheriff's Office. How are you? I'm doing well. Hey, so just so you know, this is your son. He has a warrant for his arrest. Okay. We'll let him call you, or I'll talk to the agent. That's the lead agent, and see. But if it's okay for him to call you back. But I'm just letting you know what's going on. Everything's okay. He was compliant. Everything's good. So I'll let the lead agent and your son determine if he wants to tell you. Okay, because that's his business. But let us get. Okay, this is your mama. All right, Henry. She wants to know what the charges are. Huh?
So, yeah, it has... No, just hear me out. So, that's Lake County. It's a Lake County warrant. Lake County wrote it. We're Orange County. We just serve the warrants. So, we're not saying you did or didn't do anything. And honestly, we don't have the information on the case. Yeah, I I can guess what that means, but I don't know if there's details or.
My daughter got killed by my baby mama, but I'm trying to figure out how I get charged.
Right, we don't know, but we
Yeah,
I know y'all don't know now.
Put him in here.
Yeah, well, he's getting searched right now. Todd, you can throw him with Todd. Never mind, he's staying with Henry.
Sessions are placed in the back of a patrol vehicle.
Again, we don't have a whole lot, but any other questions? Yeah, like I said, we don't even get details of cases. We just say, like, here's the name, here's the charge, that's it. And we'll tell you if there's a bond or not, which I'm assuming is probably not. Yeah. So the other thing is, if I don't know if you'll end up at lake or whatever, but they'll explain it. Like somebody will. We just don't have the information for you. The other thing is, we appreciate you being cooperative. I know this is a weird kind of. Yeah, that's what I said. I know. I know, and you were awesome. That's what I was just saying. Thank you. Yeah. All right, just watching you.
So like usually with like a crash, so the like if you are like and you crash into somebody, that's murder. But if you are driving down a road and somebody dies because of the result, somebody dies because of the result of the crash, that would be manslaughter. But that we don't want to talk about. Like they'll talk to you about that. Detectives are going to come talk to you, okay? I don't know anything about it. I don't want to talk about it. I don't know anything about it. I don't want to talk about it. We're not going to discuss it. They're going to come interview you.
It is explained that Orange County deputies are only assisting by physically taking Sessions into custody on a Lake County warrant. He is transported to jail, where Detective Joshua Miranda in the audio is waiting to speak with him about the aggravated manslaughter of a child charge. This will not be their first interaction. The detective had previously spoken with Sessions shortly after the initial shock of d.e.a.d's pass in June of 2024, and that earlier conversation was recorded.
You have any idea what's going on this morning?
Mama just told me my baby dead, man. What? How? What the? I'm thinking she's okay. Like, these people I trust, I shouldn't have to hound y'all and find out what's going on or where she is. I don't know. Like, these people, I trusted them. I didn't think I needed to be on top of anybody when it came to Mari. I know they've never done nothing to harm her in any way, or, you know what I'm saying? I know they've been good to her. From the time that I've been home and she's been with us, I can say they've been very good to her. You know, she never been out of state. They took her on the cruise, 7-day cruise, you know. All the excursions, they do stuff for her constantly. This is nothing I never would have thought possible.
In parallel with these recordings, Lake County court records show that both Martin and Sessions were ordered held without bond once the full scope of the became clear, reflecting how seriously the court viewed the risk and the nature of the allegations. He adds that he did not go on the cruise because he was on probation for drug trafficking, but says the last time he saw his daughter was just before she left for that trip. As the detective talks with him, Sessions' family overhears the news about d.e.a.d and can be heard reacting with shock and disbelief. Records show that prior to moving into her father's household in late 2023, Jamaria had lived with her maternal grandmother, who was fighting for permanent custody while Sessions served time for drug trafficking and child neglect charges.
Bro, what? Bro, my niece not gone, bro. Bro, no.
What you mean?
Bro, where that hoe at, dog?
What's
bro,
going on?
move.
What's
Bro,
going
move.
on? What's going on?
Bro. Where is she, dog?
What's going on? Tell me what's going on. What's going on? What you mean, Marco? No, Boo Bear, no.
Hey, chaplains.
No, I told you.
What? 2 days, 3 people. Bro, where is she, bro?
Just tell me what's going on.
We're investigating it right now. I need to talk to Juan. I need to talk to Juan. We need to finish talking to him, and then we'll get with you guys and let you know, okay?
No.
Bro, that's my baby, bro.
Oh, my God. No.
A family member insists that they know exactly who is responsible, referring to Tychel Martin, the girlfriend. They repeatedly say she must have done something. They also say d.e.a.d was supposed to return home sooner and that none of this makes sense. The detective continues trying to keep the situation under control.
That's a baby. That's a baby. A beautiful little girl not gone.
Of a 9-year-old baby. 9. To hurt my granddaughter. The world needs to know evil when they see it. So her picture needs to be everywhere. If I had the money, I would invest in a billboard in every state.
Gotta explain to her sister what happened to her sister. She not gonna understand that. She only 6 years old.
The justice that she deserves is not what the state does.
And Lou called it the moment parents realized the person who had committed this terrible act was the woman living in the same house they had once trusted. The detective notes that although Sessions is the biological father, Martin was the primary caregiver for d.e.a.d on a daily basis. The sheriff later described a pattern of repeated under Martin's watch, including punishment, deprivation, and a violent dog act aggressively toward. There had been a previous incident involving the family's 103-pound Rottweiler, which resulted in a hospital visit. The detective asks Sessions about this earlier act aggressively toward and whether such an incident could explain the injuries paramedics later found on d.e.a.d.
Talk to me about when Seven attacked her.
I wasn't here.
Do you know anything about it?
Nope. I was ready to kill the dog the same day. They all begged me not to.
Okay. Do you know what started it? What happened? Was it a toy? Was it food? Was it just him being him?
She told me that she tried to take some food from him while he was eating.
Okay.
That's all I knew.
And she went to the hospital for that, right?
Yes, I took her to the hospital.
Is that her shoulder? Is that where she got bit on the shoulder?
It was like her arm.
Her arm. Okay, I'll call that. She got stitches, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did he ever attack her anymore?
No. Not to my knowledge. They knew they can't tell me nothing like that the second time.
If I was to tell you that she had injuries on her, would you have any idea where those are from?
No. Like injuries where? I mean, I don't know. No injuries where?
Nothing that you can account for other than where Seven bit her on the arm, right? And that's scarred, so it's healed.
Yeah. I mean, I think she got one whooping maybe like 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Okay.
But that would be it, and I don't remember no bruises from that.
Was it you?
No.
You whooped her? Who
No.
whooped her?
I gave her permission to spank her. Yes, I did.
3 to 4 weeks ago. Do you know if she just used her hand? Did she use a belt? Anything like that?
Not sure. I don't like to think about that.
The detectives eventually bring Martin in for questioning. Prosecutors later reveal they intend to seek the death penalty for her. The prosecution alleges Martin beat, starved, and cruel treatment of the child, forced her to exercise excessively, and ordered the dog to act aggressively toward her. Detectives tell Martin that she is the only one currently under arrest, but that they believe multiple people should also be facing charges. They ask her to explain what happened.
You're the only person arrested, so we kind of want to hear your story. We think that there's more people involved in this that should be sitting in the chair you're sitting with too. So I want to hear from you. What happened?
Honestly, I can't say how she passed away. When I found her, she was sleeping. All I can say is, she did receive whoopings. The girls told me that she fell that day when I was asleep. When I was sleeping, I did not witness that fall. I don't know how she passed. I don't know how she passed away. I honestly don't.
Martin says she cannot explain how the child passed away. She admits the child received physical punishment, but says she was told the girl had fallen earlier in the day while Martin was sleeping. Detectives continue pressing her. After some hesitation, Martin begins describing why she became upset with d.e.a.d that morning. Updates on whether they ultimately reach plea deals will depend on future court decisions, and the tragedy of both cases remains pending. Beyond the criminal case, the fallout continues in family court. Jamaria's grandmother has been fighting for custody of her surviving sister, and the case has been cited in local discussions about why earlier warnings from child protection agencies and prior neglect cases did not prevent this tragedy. The moment parents realize danger, too late, is what makes this case so devastating. Jamaria's story is a tragic reminder that child safety depends on vigilance and speaking up. You've been watching a true crime documentary on Lil. Stay aware, stay informed, and if something feels wrong, speak up. Before we finish, remember that the moments you've witnessed are real and carry real consequences. Every detail, every testimony, every clip is preserved as part of the record. We present these events carefully, with respect for those affected, to provide context, encourage reflection, and promote understanding. The intent is never entertainment at the cost of human experience, but truth as it occurred.